The first crack appeared at 1432 GMT on a Tuesday that would forever divide human history into before and after. Dr. Sarah Chen was reviewing lunar seismic data at the International Space Observatory when her coffee mug slipped from numb fingers, shattering against the laboratory floor. "That's impossible," she whispered, staring at readings that defied every law of physics she'd ever learned. The moon, humanity's faithful celestial companion for 4.5 billion years, was splitting open like an egg. Commander Marcus Rodriguez received the emergency transmission aboard the International Space Station, his weathered face reflecting the blue glow of Earth below. Through the observation deck's reinforced glass, he watched in stunned silence as hairline fractures spread across the lunar surface, each one glowing with an eerie silver light that pulsed like a heartbeat. "Houston, are you seeing this?" Rodriguez's voice cracked over the comm system. "Affirmative, ISS. We're tracking multiple surface anomalies. Stand by for..." The transmission cut to static as the moon's surface began to peel away in massive chunks, revealing something that made Rodriguez question his sanity. Beneath the familiar gray regolith lay not rock or metal, but what appeared to be an impossibly vast hangar bay stretching deep into the lunar core. And it was full of ships. Not just dozens or hundreds, but billions of vessels arranged in perfect geometric formations that extended beyond the reach of any telescope. Each ship was identical, sleek, silver, and roughly the size of Earth's largest aircraft carriers. They hung motionless in the vacuum of space, their hulls gleaming with the same pulsing light that had announced their revelation. Dr. Chen's hands flew across her keyboard, her scientific training warring with raw amazement. "The gravitational calculations. They're all wrong. The moon's mass is increasing exponentially, but it should be decreasing if chunks are breaking away. Unless..." She paused, her mind racing. Unless the moon had never been solid rock at all. President Jennifer Walsh stood in the White House Situation Room, surrounded by military advisors and scientists, all staring at the wall of monitors displaying the impossible sight above. Every space agency on Earth had confirmed the same thing. Humanity's moon had been hollow, and someone or something had been using it as the largest storage facility in the solar system. "Ma'am." General Harrison's voice was tight with barely controlled panic. "We're detecting massive energy signatures from the fleet. Whatever those ships are, they're powering up." As if responding to his words, the nearest vessels began to move, not with the crude chemical propulsion humans had mastered, but with elegant grace that suggested technology beyond current understanding. They formed perfect spherical formations around Earth, billions of ships creating a geometric pattern that encompassed the entire planet, but they didn't attack. Dr. Chen's computer chimed with an incoming message, not through any Earth-based communication system, but directly into every electronic device on the planet simultaneously. The text appeared in every language known to humanity. "Greetings. Children of Earth, the Guardians have awakened." In her small apartment in Mumbai, 10-year-old Priya looked up from her homework as her tablet displayed the message. Her grandmother, who had lived through partition and independence, squeezed her hand gently. "Sometimes," the old woman whispered, "the universe has bigger plans than we can imagine." The second message arrived minutes later, again bypassing every security system and firewall on the planet. "For 50,000 years, we have watched. Your species has shown remarkable progress. The time for revelation has come. Commander." Rodriguez watched from the ISS as the ships began transmitting data streams toward Earth, not weapons or demands, but information. Pure raw knowledge flowing into humanity's computer networks. Advanced propulsion theories, clean energy solutions, medical breakthroughs that could eliminate cancer and extend human lifespan, technologies for faster-than-light communication and travel. President Walsh listened as her advisors struggled to process the implications. The ships weren't invaders, they were teachers. Humanity's moon had been an observation post, and the beings who built it had been studying human civilization, waiting for the moment when Earth's children were ready to join something larger. "Ma'am," Dr. Chen's voice came through the secure line from the observatory. "I'm analyzing the data streams. These technologies, they're not just advanced. They're perfectly adapted to human understanding, as if whoever created them studied exactly how our minds work and designed everything to be comprehensible to us." The third message confirmed her suspicions. "You are not alone in the cosmos. 12 species have passed the guardianship test. Earth is the 13th. Prepare for integration into the galactic community. In the days that followed, humanity learned the truth. The Guardians were an alliance of ancient civilizations who had transcended physical existence eons ago. They seeded the galaxy with monitoring stations, hollow moons, artificial asteroids, hidden bases, watching younger species develop. Only when a civilization demonstrated the ability to overcome its destructive tendencies and reach for the stars were they deemed ready for contact. Humanity had passed the test not through conquest or dominance, but through curiosity, cooperation, and the relentless drive to explore. The International Space Station, the collaborative lunar missions, the worldwide response to global challenges, all had been observed and evaluated. Commander Rodriguez pressed his palm against the observation deck window as the first Guardian ship approached the ISS. Inside, that vessel were beings from across the galaxy, ready to welcome humanity into a community that spanned thousands of worlds and millions of years of accumulated wisdom. Dr. Chen smiled as she watched children around the world point at the sky, no longer seeing an empty void but an ocean of possibilities. The universe had just become infinitely larger and infinitely more wonderful. The moon continued its orbit around Earth, but now it served a new purpose, not as a hidden observation post, but as humanity's first stepping stone to the stars. The billion ships remained, patient guardians ready to guide Earth's children toward their destiny among the cosmos. And in the growing twilight, as stars began to appear in Earth's sky, humanity looked up and saw not distant lights but neighbors waiting to say hello.